Aries, welcome to your mid-November 2019 general love reading. This is Mermaid Scales Tarot. Aries, thank you guys so much for all your love and support. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope that this reading resonates with you guys. So let's go ahead and get into the basics. This is a general love reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and or stellium of Aries. This is not going to resonate with every Aries that listens to this message. Messages are said for those who need to hear them, and that's how I set my intentions before doing these readings. So if this message isn't for you, Aries, I suggest checking your other signs and different placements, because depending on the planetary aspects in the sky, those signs may resonate with you more during this time than your sun sign does. Cross watchers, hi, you're very welcome here if you're interested in it, Aries. Just please keep in mind, Aries and cross watcher, that I pick up on both energies, and energy is very fluid. So if you feel like I'm describing a certain situation where the roles are reversed, please go ahead and use your discretion to flip those roles. But because this is an Aries reading, I will make Aries the main subject of this reading. We both and all have divine, masculine, feminine energies within us. So during any of this time, if I say feminines or masculines, I'm strictly referring to the energies, not the sex or the gender. If anything is sex or gender specific, I will let you know. Alright, Aries, let's get into this. So this is going to be a spread of someone who you're connected to energetically and who's around in your energetic field, and this is going to be how they feel about you, what they think about you, what they like the most about the connection, and what they don't like, and what their highest hopes and deepest fears are in regards to this connection. So I hope that I can provide you with some clarity and guidance that you may be seeking. So let's go ahead and get started, Aries. Alright. Angels, spirits, and guides. How does this person feel about Aries at this time? How do they feel about Aries? Ooh, alright. The Queen of Pentacles. Ooh. Wow, Aries, we have 3 10s in this spread. There's definitely a sense of completion here, and I do feel strongly that there is a soul contract between you and this person that still needs to be fulfilled in some sort of way, whether that is a completion where the two of you do end up being together, or a completion of learning from each other and finally using those lessons to enrich your lives further on a separate path. This is going to be, there's a lot of messages I'm already getting from this. I do feel some sort of someone wanting to return to you, Aries, or to enhance the connection between the two of you if you guys are together, because they view you as their happily ever after. They feel like this connection brings them everything that they've ever wanted in any sort of relationship. Abundance, stability, long-term growth, long-term investment that they can now see. And I'm saying now very interestingly, because I'm getting this energy of someone before not being sure in for whatever reason possible. I'm also getting that for some of you, this is definitely a co-worker situation or someone involved at work, whether this is straight up your boss, excuse me, Aries, or this is someone who you work with. But regardless, they want completion with you. And I just feel this energy, Aries, whether you realize it or not, that this person thinks the ball is in your court. They want you to decide if you feel the same way for them. And that if you are also just as interested in growing, manifesting, and evolving this connection as the way they want it to be seen. This is earth energy, a lot of earth energy here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They could either be this sign or have earth in their chart, or you could be having earth in your chart somewhere, but it does not have to be. We can all embody any energy that we would like to. But they see in their eyes, and what they determine and what they want is the greatest ending of all with you, Aries. I feel like a lot of you are doing very well financially. You guys get paid a very fair rate for some of you. Or also with Pentacles for me as a reader, sometimes energy. You guys are at this energetic vibration that is admirable. I'm also hearing someone, I don't know if they've either said this to you before, or if you've heard this before, but someone sees you or feels that you are eye candy. I feel like a lot of you guys take very good care of yourselves. Physically, you guys work out. You guys keep your temple of your body very clean. You guys, some of you spend money on very nice things, whether that's designers or just silks, like silk sheets, silk robes. Have a lot of things that you worked very hard for. This wasn't given to you, is what I'm hearing for a lot of you. And they know that you're a hard worker, and that you will put all your time and effort into something that you feel will provide you with abundance. But I do feel the question is this the abundance that you want to have with this person? There's 10, you guys could be seeing the number 10 everywhere. I'm also getting there's maybe something involved with December 10th or January 10th. That maybe means someone to someone, or there will be an event that occurs during those dates. Or it could have been something in the past that may have ended on the 10th. Maybe something in October. But someone wants to fulfill this contract that they feel like is unfulfilled. But we'll go ahead and clarify this further. How they feel about you, Aries, is the Queen of Pentacles, more earth, which, by the way, we do have the Queen and the King of Pentacles here. So these are divine counterparts here, but whether that's actually something of more of a soulmate level, or where you guys really are meant to be together, you have a contract where the end, you guys are meant to be together till the end of time, that's something it's different for all of you, I'll be honest. I'm picking up on two distinct groups here, so you have to see if this message is for you and then intuitively decide which side you're on. But they're really ready to give into this relationship wholeheartedly, to provide. I'm just like, they're begging for this chance with you, Aries. They're begging to have you back in their lives. I almost feel like someone is definitely, I'm sorry to put it this way, but thirsty for attention is what I'm craving, but I think they're thirsty for your attention. I feel like someone is really, this is gonna sound weird, but someone definitely likes your feet or likes your legs. That there's something very sexy about them. Whether they're muscular for some or they're just very smooth. But they feel like they want to put complete and total focus and devotion on you. And they know that it takes a lot to catch your eye. They know that you're very selective in what you invest your time in. what you invest your energy on. And they feel like they're ready to give. And I don't know why I'm picking up on this energy where before they may have not have had that same energy with it. I don't know whether you guys are just at this time where there's a bit of separation involved here. Definitely there was an ending for some of you between you and this person. But I'm feeling like if there was an ending, they're wanting a new. They're wanting a beginning because they still feel like there's some contract that hasn't been fulfilled. Again, this could be either way. I am picking up on the color green. So some of you could be wearing green right now. I'm also getting someone has green eyes. Or there's like, someone has like a lot of plants in their house. Whether there's like one of those home atriums, I believe it's called. Someone has that in their house, or there's just like a lot of plants in the house in some way, specifically in someone's bedroom. I'm getting, what is that? I don't know, I can't think of the word of it right now, but it's like those succulents in someone's house, or someone collects succulents in some way. But regardless, they're ready to put the time and the energy into this connection because they feel like you are just like that. I almost feel like someone has almost said to you that they felt like you were out of their league, or when they first met you they didn't know if they really had a chance at you. Like they were almost a bit intimidated by you in some way. They're in awe of you. And maybe out of that insecurity of them thinking there was some sort of different levels of where you were and compared to where they are. It could even be financially. This person may feel like they didn't have the means to provide for you in some way. But they're ready to now work at this and to give you everything that they may have not been able to give you in the past. They feel like you're hubby, wifey material all the way. Someone they can definitely marry. Someone that they can definitely have long term with. They see you as like a rarity, a rare treasure. That I think some of them before just didn't see that before. And it really got this whole situation fucked up in some way. What they think of you is justice. Some of you could have Libra somewhere in your chart. You could be dealing with a Libra. But again, this whole karmic or soul contract, they feel like there is a soul contract to be fulfilled with you that is still needing to be fulfilled. They also think that you, if they reapproach you or if they have approached you, Aries, you gave them the damn truth. Whether that is something that this is what you want to work on, and if you do want to work on this or take this further, this is going to have to be A, B, and C, and nothing else is going to be, this is not something that can be accommodated. Because you're no longer going to waste your time or your energy on something that isn't right, isn't just for yourself. Others of you, I feel like you're either going to or you have just straight up told this person, you know, I'm done, thank you, but hasta la vista. Some of you could speak Spanish. But if that's still the case, even if you did turn them down, they still feel like there's still more from this connection that hasn't been happening yet. And they still want that to be had. And whether that is closure, like significant closure, or again, a fulfillment of a contract, I'm getting that very strongly. Very strongly. Some of you could be working in the judicial system, whether you're a lawyer, a judge, or maybe this person does. in law enforcement in some way. I'm almost getting this fact that some of you may be getting a divorce from someone and that this person is waiting for that divorce to be finalized. That's for a very small amount of you. What they like the most about you is the Two of Pentacles. So for one thing I'm hearing is that you guys always have things to do. You're always on the go. You guys have a lot on your plate is what I'm hearing. Like, you guys have so many responsibilities, but you're focused on only taking care of those responsibilities, executing them, and doing a damn good job at it. And they admire you for all the work you put in to have everything that may be out of balance, whether that's like, I feel like some of you have like work on top of a hobby you like to do, on top of taking care of your family in some way, on top of being in a relationship with this person. It's like you balance all these things out in perfect, or at least you try to, in perfect execution that they admire. That's for some. Others, it's like, I don't know why I'm feeling like this is like, they view you as being like someone that they like to go after, almost as if it's a challenge, that it's always as if Aries, they never know what to expect. They always have their eye on you and they're always determined to pursue you. And for some of you, they like the fact that some are taking this person in consideration of being with them, of evolving this relationship. I don't know why I'm hearing a tease. Someone's a tease? I don't know why I'm getting that. But they find you very alluring in some way. And it's always as if like they're not sure if it's like you give them this hot and cold, but they like that. They like that in some way for some of them. Not all. Others, I do feel this need to say that they like the fact that maybe you be still pursuing them in that way, where they may be a tease and it's like you are still willing to go out and reach out. They like that confidence that you have of, even if you're unsure there could be a risk of going for it or not, you still take that risk. You know, it's for some. But someone just full on thinks you're just physically very attractive. Very attractive. But I do have a feeling that, like, be careful that this person isn't all about just like the dream of the perfect home, the perfect wife, the perfect husband, perfect life. There has to be some sort of reality in having emotional fulfillment and having passion between the two of you, and it's just not all for the image of success. Some of that will resonate with some of you. I'm hearing that song by Aaliyah, Try Again. I don't know if that will resonate with someone out there, but it's almost as if this person always feels like, even if they don't succeed with you, like whether you turn them down or you don't give in to their bait in some way, it's as if they'll always try again. But that's not for everyone. What they don't like is about you is the King of Pentacles. This is straight up what I'm getting. Again, I'm picking up on that energy of someone who just feels inadequate in comparison to you, financially, materially, physically. They just feel like in comparison to you, you blow them out of the water. And I don't know why they feel in some way threatened by that. And if that's the case, it's like, why feel threatened when you can work to match my energy, or you can work to being my counterpart instead of being intimidated by that, by the power you have, Aries, and the success you have. And I feel like it's almost as if there was an ending between the two of you, it was because of out of their own insecurity or out of their own sense of unworthiness, for some, not all. I'm also getting the sense that this person, I don't know, Aries, if you've ever like offered in paying this person their bills, or like they just feel like, again, like out of some way there's some sort of financial inequality between the two of you that makes them feel less superior. Strongly what I'm getting from this. Others of you, I do feel the need to say that this person may put on this, like, I don't know why I'm getting this like cocky type of persona in a way out of self-protection and self-preservation. And when they pursue you, it's a bit like they brag about certain things they have and certain things they did, and you somehow don't seem impressed by it. As for some too. I do have to say, Aries, I am picking up on something where someone's afraid of your temper in some way. I don't know if someone has a hot temper. For some, again, not all. And again, it could always be vice versa. Interestingly enough, their highest hopes for this is the Seven of Swords. Not the best energy. You could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, strongly here, or Aquarius. What I'm strongly feeling with this energy is that they can use their words and their communication in a way that will, what they feel and what they think will convince you to see a brighter future with them, or by the means to help fulfill this contract they still feel like needs to be fulfilled between the two of you. I just feel like at this time either you guys are just not together, or straight up not in communication, or there's just some sort of tension between the two of you. I also get the sense of someone wants to prove to you that it's not that they're shady, or that you should be suspicious of them, or that they're up to no good, is what I'm getting from this as well. Almost as if they want you to look at the bright things and not the bad things, which is not very realistic. Oops, sorry. Let's go ahead and clarify the Seven of Swords. Oh, there's one. Let me get another one. I feel the need to pull two cards. Why is the Seven of Swords here, Spirit, for Aries reading? Okay. So we have the Nine of Swords and Justice. Ooh, yeah. So again, more Libra energy here. So I feel like there may have been something done in the past that caused you some worry specifically. Whether it was something they said, I'm getting, like, I feel like some of you may have caught this person in a lie somehow. Like whether it's what they were doing, or where they were going, or what they have in some means to impress you, but it was like a lie. And it's like almost as if some of you were like, well, if you lied about that, what else are you going to lie about? And it's like that's what kind of created the distance between the two of you. But with this in there, what they like about the connection, it's almost as if they want to put right to any worry. Their goal is to put right to any worry that you may have in what they say. And again, like, I'm seeing this person put a necklace on this woman. And I almost feel like they, again, with this also, this woman looking this way towards the flowers and the pentacle and, you know, the good life or whatever. Make sure that this person, or maybe they have tried to throw gifts at you, money at you, even when they, I'm hearing when they didn't have the means of payment, in a way to kind of convince you of being in a relationship with them. That's for some of you, and they think somehow that's putting to right any sort of distrust that you may have with this person. Or maybe it has worked before, Aries, with you, for some, and they like that they can use that to their means. I also want to say, guys, be careful of someone who is a gold digger in some way, and that could be through both energies, masculine or feminine. Be careful that this person isn't just isn't worried about their own finances, so they look to means of you to somehow provide that discrepancy that they may have in their lives. I'm also getting the sense that you may be their out in some way. Very small amount of you guys, okay? That you may be their out in some way of living this not of a lucrative life that you may be living. And that would be put to right. But for most of you, I do feel like they feel like they have put before ends to worries of distrust, dishonesty, or any worry that you may have around that they're always willing to kind of see or have you look at the brighter things instead of worrying about the things that haven't been working. Wow. What they don't like about the connection, the Ten of Swords. So straight up, someone has put an end to a connection that they felt shouldn't have ended yet. They think that this ending was unjust in some sort of way. And as materialistic as some of them can be, they still, surprisingly I hear, still take responsibility in some sense. Or deep unconsciously they know that they had a part in this ending. I'm hearing that there is self-sabotage involved. But they still think of you all the time, Aries. And they feel like, again, if some of you, they tried to pursue you recently and you reconfirmed that this isn't going further anywhere, they're still struggling with that. I also feel like some have even changed the way they look after your breakup for some of you. Like they changed their hair. I don't know why I'm getting someone got tattoos recently, or they got piercings recently, something that drastically altered their image. And I feel like it was in a means of somewhat of a distressful means. Again, if it's not that, then they just straight up change up their look. But I do feel like this ending, Aries, if there was an ending, has really made them look at themselves and realize, A, what they've done to cause this ending, and what maybe they focused on in the past that wasn't really doing anything to help the relationship between the two of you. Their highest hopes, the Page of Wands. Again, sexually and physically, they're very, very attracted to you. I'm hearing cherry. That's strange. I don't know if someone's eating cherries or something with cherry. Someone likes cherries. Someone has cherry colored hair maybe, or has something that has a cherry on it in some way that may resonate with someone out there. But they just view you as this, the perfect opportunity to restart the soul contract. I just feel strongly that they have this soul contract they still feel like that needs to be fulfilled with you, but they feel like they want to again try again, like that Aaliyah song, to persuade you into also feeling this passion and want and need to fulfill this contract that they feel with you. Again, I'm getting that this person's really good with their words. So, decipher what you feel like is real and what is just a means of seduction and persuasion. This is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Some of you could definitely be dealing with another fire sign. I'm not seeing any water on this spread. So I do feel like there's some sort of lack of emotional warmth, sincerity, connection in some way between the two of you. Or that straight up someone just no longer feels the same way anymore. Or someone is just not acting out of emotions, but they're acting out of their thoughts and what they want in 3D and passions. But I am hearing that this person thinks that when they had sex with you, it was the best they ever had. And they still hold that fire for you, Aries, that passion for you. And I do want to make something clear. I see sometimes in the comments people are like, you're telling me to go back to this person. Never. And I'm not doing that by any means. This spread and the intentions of this is to hear and to gain clarity in a connection that someone needs to have clarity, insight, guidance, and healing in. So if there was things that were unanswered or the reasons of why and intentions of why, by no means am I ever telling you what to do. And I think a lot of you who watch my channel or who are connected with this channel know that, but there's still those nuts and bolts in the factory that are still a little unscrewed in some way. But know that this is all just for insight, clarity, and guidance. Not by any means of telling you what to do. Their deepest fear, the 10 of Wands, that you just feel straight up, this is a burden that you completed a long time ago and it should stay finished, complete. That this is something you don't, and I do feel like, some of you definitely feel like this person was really great at sex and you guys had a great sexual connection, but at the end of the day, sex does not compensate any sort of discrepancy between what you feel is genuine from this person, what you feel is real from this person, or what you can envision of having that with this person. Like, it's funny because I almost feel like this person sees you as the 10 of Pentacles while you see this person as the 10 of Wands. And again, it could be vice versa. But this person is hoping that, that you feel the same way, that this soul contract needs to be fulfilled. And that you, instead of leaving the burden, that you will proceed in pursuing this relationship and going through with working through the obstacles, working through the tensions and whatever is being questioned within this connection, and work with it instead of putting it down and leaving it away. Alright, Aries, so I'm going to go ahead. We're going to see the likely outcome and any advice for you in December on the extended reading. Go ahead and check out the description box to see, you know, the the link to the extended reading. And we're going to go look into the likely outcome and any advice. But before we go, Aries, I will pull a card from the Romance Angels deck. This is going to further clarify how they feel about you and what they think about you and any messages that they want to say that they haven't told you yet in regards to how they feel about you in regards to this connection. But they still feel like drawn to you, like so strongly. Let's go ahead and pick that up. Pay attention to the red flags. Very interesting. With codependency at the bottom. Yeah, I think Spirit is here right now, kind of giving you that thing of like, this person's dependent on the image and the imagination and the ideal and the fantasy that this contract is still to be fulfilled, and means subconsciously of somewhat of their own gain and their own need. Others, I feel like there's some sort of need to pay attention to. If this is something you do want to work on, Aries, if this is something you do see with someone that you are willing to work out the kinks and whatever, I think it's like they want you to know that there are some issues, I feel like on their end, could be vice versa too, that there's a codependency on this need to impress, on this need to show up and show out, that is just not really real. It's not, it's like, or it's like a dependency on your time, on your energy, some of you even on your money. Strongly I'm getting that here. But pay attention to, I'm also getting though, for some, because this is what I intended was that to come out in your way, is the need to pay attention to, they're hoping that you're seeing the same signs and synchronicities, that this is a something to not ignore, that this is something to not look aside in this connection, that they're seeing, they're hoping that you're also seeing the signs that are confirming and guiding them towards you. You know, that, and they're hoping that you are being guided towards them as well, so they want you to pay attention to that. But they're a little dependent on you, Aries, and I would just say that as a warning for a whole of you. Okay? Alright, Aries, we're going to go ahead and take this to the extended reading. We're going to see the likely outcome, what they're likely going to do towards you, the actions they're going to take towards you, and any advice in regards to love in December or heading towards December. If this is where we depart, Aries, I hope this resonated with you. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe. And I wish you all the best. And I love you guys. And take care.